Well, and I think you bring up something that I've talked about. Everybody keeps talking about, and I get it. You got to talk about everything. I mean, the first thing I think that people look at when they're analyzing this game is how is Notre Dame going to score? Because they don't throw the ball very well. It's not a sexy offense. Riley Leonard is kind of a grind it out, get up there, run Q counter, run Q power, be able to run some zone read stuff, get the ball out quick. If the play breaks down, take off, do those type things. And they got some playmakers on the outside, but this Ohio State defense is so talented, not just in the middle of the line of scrimmage, but on the edge. We know about Caleb Downs and Burke and all the guys they have in the back end. But the point you bring up, how is Notre Dame going to stop this Ohio State offense when they run 80% man coverage?
Exactly.
Because if you're going to sit here and run all this man coverage and you're not able to get to the quarterback, and I'm not even talking about bringing pressure, well, the pick routes that Chip Kelly can run, giving these guys extra time, finding yourself in one-on-one matchups, because it's not like Ohio State just has Jeremiah Smith and it's a bunch of paraplegics around them. It's Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, Emeka Egbuka, G. Scott's a threat at tight end. Hell, both the running backs are really good catching the ball in the backfield. Henderson's one of the most dangerous guys in the receiving game at running back in the country. So if you're Notre Dame, do you say, all right, well, we're going to dance with the one that brought us here. We're a heavy man coverage team. If we got to pressure, we'll pressure. We'll try and get Will Howard in situations where he'll turn the ball over due to the pressure, but you can't double everybody. It's a lot easier to bracket guys out of zone coverage. So really the only way you can kind of get two doubles in man is if you run two man. And two man requires you to be in too high. And if you're in too high, that means you don't have a guy that can come down to the box very quick, and then you're manned underneath. So if Will Howard does take off, the DBs have their backs turned. You got to stunt the front. If they brush the back out, the Mike's got to go with the back. So now you really got to stunt the defensive line because you can't straight rush them because Will just take off. So I'm really interested and intrigued by what Al Golden's going to do schematically to stop this team. I thought Texas's plan was perfect, about as good as it can be, that they're a heavy zone coverage team. They played umbrella coverage, kept everything in front, and they were able to get away with it because they could play with an even box and stop the run. After that first drive, you saw it, and that's why Texas was able to do that. That's not what Notre Dame does. So you better win a lot of the one-on-ones. And when you got one-on-ones with the freak shows and creatures that Ohio State's got running around, eventually they're going to find you.